Fistful of Frags got another update here on March 29th, and I'll go over it. It's very surprising what got changed here, and I'm starting to think that the developer is actually watching these videos. So on the map FOF Fistful, one of the oldest maps in the game, I'm pretty sure, he changed the weather. There's a room there's a saloon there, of course. There's like a bar. You can walk behind a bar there. He blocked off a doorway. He did a lot of redesigning. There was a room in the bottom. He completely redesigned it. He changed some stairways. And to be honest, I'm not sure who was asking for this. Navigation improvements and changes. I don't know if they were improvements or how good they're going to be because I don't play in that map very often. It's too big. Just a little bit too big for the amount of people. If we still could have 32 people on a server, it wouldn't be too big. But now that we can only have like 20 or 24, there's not enough people for that map. So I don't play it on it much anymore. But a new secret was added. This secret is basically there's a building kind of on the edge of the map by the bank. He added a Gatling gun there, and you can get in there from before there was a doorway that it was a stairway that led to a door, and the door didn't do anything. You couldn't actually go into the building. It was just a dead end. Now he actually made use of that door, which is good. And I found this out the hard way, but there's like a dialogue that plays that you need a whiskey to open the door. I figured that meant there was like a whiskey bottle or something in the room below that you had to move or something. Maybe you could interact with some of the whiskey or a bottle or something, and it'd be like a hidden lever to open the door. But it turns out you actually have to go to a chest, get a portable whiskey bottle, and then bring it to the door and drop it for the door to open. And then once you're inside, you can close the door, and there's a Gatling gun in there, which you can shoot off of. There's some furniture, and then that gun, and a little hole in the wall you can shoot off of, but that's it. There is no. Keep in mind that if you want to go in there and shoot, there is no whiskey inside the room. So if you get hit, there's no way to heal yourself without leaving. But I really like that because it makes for a good. Of course, the Gatling gun is very inaccurate and doesn't do much damage, but it's still a fun spot. So I might actually play the map because of that. So the secret, really good. I like that. The redesigning here, the weather, not that big of a deal, but the redesigning of the saloon and the navigation and stuff, it's debatable. I don't know, like I said, I don't know who was asking for that, but I didn't see anybody asking for that, and whether or not it's going to be a good change is debatable. On FOF Impact, now this is right here, this is what convinced me that the developers probably, unless somebody suggested this on the forums here on Steam, that the dev is probably seeing these videos. In my last video for Impact here, I suggested he redesigned, you can go back and watch that video, I explain it pretty good. There's an area where he added, and he expanded it, but he nerfed it in the same way. He added more ways to get flanked when you're sitting there, and he removed all ways of healing. So I told him, okay, remove the ways to get flanked, add more healing. He didn't change the flanks, but what he did do was he added a ton more whiskey. So I'm starting to think that he actually is watching these videos and seeing my suggestions. Of course, he's not doing everything I say because that'd be a dream come true. But at least he's somewhat listening. And of course, my opinion, because I suggested that, that's a very good change. That actually makes it worth sitting there and maybe sniping or trying to get some kills up in that area because you can finally heal yourself up there. I still don't like that you can get flanked, but there's 3 bottles of whiskey now, and that definitely helps. Minor fixes and changes. I think that was about the only change I saw. Some areas of the map have been expanded a little bit. There's more spawning areas. There's a Gatling gun too on that map. I'm not sure how to get into it. I never tried the whiskey thing. I never tried going there with a bottle of whiskey. I thought it was something else, but I still don't know how to get in there. Regardless, that's one thing I kind of don't like about the map is he added a Gatling gun that you can get to. But at the same time, the Gatling gun is way in a corner of the map in kind of a dead area. So the chance that you're gonna sit there and you're gonna be able to actually kill somebody with it is very low. It's not like in Fistful where it's right in front of the bank and there's always people there. On impact, there's very often nobody there in the corner. It's in a back corner of the map in like an alley. So I would change that. And of course, still remove the flank on the walkway or that sniping area, whatever you want to call it, above the gold chest room. Remove the flank. Remove that stairway that leads in that alley. Just get rid of that. That's about my only two gripes about that map. The dynamite will drop on holster at any time, and I experimented with this a little bit. It basically, I think it means that if you have the dynamite in your hand and the fuse is lit and it's burning, if you get killed, it'll drop on the floor. It used to do that back in like 2014, but then he changed it, and now he changed it back, which is a really good change. That used to piss me off a ton, where I'd have the dynamite and it'd be lit, and I'm just about to throw it, but I'm getting shot, and then I die before it explodes. I couldn't throw it. If the dynamite would drop when you die, I still could have got it some damage or a kill, but it didn't. And now I'm pretty sure it does. I'm not 100% sure on that because I didn't see it happen a lot, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is. So that's a welcome change. So here we have, in summary, debatable, good, new secret, good, but could be better, and very good. This is probably, I would say, the best update of March so far. And of course, we're not getting any more updates in March, but we'll see what April has in store.